A TikTok trend is causing psychological harm to teenagers across America, and unlike most viral challenges, this one is specifically designed to humiliate people. It's called the flip camera trend, and mental health experts are calling it digital bullying on a massive scale. Let me explain what's happening and why this trend is so much worse than it appears. Here's how it works. Someone approaches a stranger in public, usually a teen or young adult, and asks them to participate in what seems like a harmless TikTok video. They say something like, "Hey, we're filming people saying their favorite songs. Can you help us out?" The person agrees, thinking they're just going to be in a fun video. But here's the trick. After the person gives their answer and walks away, the creator flips the camera to themselves and makes a mocking face, rolls their eyes, or says something cruel. Sometimes they'll say, "Did you see what they were wearing?" Or, "That was the ugliest person I've ever seen," or, "They thought they actually looked good today." The victim has no idea they're being mocked. They think they participated in something positive. But then the video goes viral with millions of views, and the comment section tears them apart. People mock their appearance, their voice, their clothes, everything. The victim becomes a meme. And often they don't even know it until someone shows them the video or it shows up on their For You page. The psychological damage is severe. Dr. Sarah Thompson, a clinical psychologist specializing in adolescent mental health, told NBC News that this trend is, quote, weaponized social humiliation. She explained that the victim experiences a double trauma. First, the public mockery by millions of strangers, and second, the betrayal of trust from someone who pretended to be friendly. One victim, a 16-year-old girl from Ohio whose name is being withheld for privacy, spoke to local news about her experience. She was approached at a mall by someone asking about her favorite artist. She enthusiastically answered Taylor Swift. Days later, a friend showed her the TikTok. The creator had flipped the camera and said, "Of course the basic girl said Taylor Swift," while making exaggerated gagging noises. The video had 4.2 million views. The comments were brutal. The girl said, quote, "I couldn't sleep for days. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw those comments calling me ugly, stupid, boring. I didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to leave my house. I felt like everyone was laughing at me." Her parents pulled her out of school temporarily and got her into therapy. This is not an isolated case. A 17-year-old boy in Texas was filmed at a skate park. The creator asked him to do a trick. He landed it and was visibly proud. The camera flipped. The creator said, "Bro thinks he's good," with a laughing emoji graphic overlaid. The comments section destroyed him. He's since deleted all his social media accounts. What makes this trend particularly cruel is the deception. Traditional bullying happens face-to-face. You know you're being targeted. But with the flip camera trend, you think you're making a positive connection. You're smiling, being yourself, trying to be helpful. Then you find out it was all a setup to make you a joke for millions of people. Schools are reporting increased anxiety, depression, and even suicidal ideation among students who've been victims. Guidance counselors across the country are dealing with students who are terrified to be in public, convinced everyone is filming them for mockery. Some students refuse to speak to anyone they don't know. The social trust damage is enormous. TikTok has taken some action. Their community guidelines prohibit bullying and harassment. Spokesperson Alex Martinez told CNN that TikTok is, quote, actively removing flip camera videos that violate our policies and banning accounts that repeatedly engage in this behavior. But enforcement is inconsistent. Many videos remain up with millions of views. New accounts pop up immediately after bans. The problem is the algorithmic incentive structure. Mean-spirited content generates engagement. People watch, comment, share, argue in the comments. The algorithm interprets this as valuable content and pushes it to more users. Creators know this. They're gaming the system by being cruel because cruelty goes viral. And it's not just TikTok. The trend has spread to Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and Snapchat. Any platform with short-form video is seeing variations of this. The distribution is so wide that victims can't escape. Delete TikTok, the video's on Instagram. Delete Instagram? It's on YouTube. Someone at school has already screen recorded it. It lives forever. Parents are furious. One mother in California told local news that her daughter was featured in a flip camera video and attempted suicide 3 weeks later. She's now suing the creator, the creator's parents, and potentially TikTok for emotional distress. Her lawyer says they're building a case that this trend constitutes intentional infliction of emotional distress, a tort that can result in significant damages. Legal experts say she might have a case. Professor Michael Chen from Stanford Law School explained that while the First Amendment protects a lot of speech, it doesn't protect intentional harassment designed to cause severe emotional distress. If the creator's intent was to humiliate the victim and the victim suffered documented psychological harm, that could meet the legal standard. Several school districts have banned students from filming on campus without explicit permission. Some are implementing digital citizenship programs to educate students about online harm, but enforcement is difficult. Teens film each other constantly. How do you distinguish between friends making memories and predators setting up mockery? Mental health professionals are urging parents to have conversations with their kids from both angles. First, teach kids to never participate in videos from strangers, even if they seem friendly. If someone approaches you with a camera, politely decline. It's not worth the risk. Second, teach kids that if they are featured in a mockery video, it's not their fault. The shame belongs to the creator, not the victim. And document everything. Screenshot the video, the comments, the shares. If it escalates to harassment at school or threats, that's evidence for legal action or school discipline. Third, and this is crucial, talk to your kids about being the bully. Ask them directly. Have you made videos like this? Have your friends? Because someone's child is creating these videos, and parents need to know if it's theirs. If your teen has participated in the flip camera trend, there need to be serious consequences, not just grounding. Make them understand the harm they caused. Some parents have required their teens to apologize directly to victims, write essays about empathy, or volunteer with anti-bullying organizations. The goal is rehabilitation, not just punishment. Influencers and celebrities are also speaking out. Lizzo posted a video calling the trend, quote, disgusting and cruel. She urged her followers to report every flip camera video they see. Zendaya shared a message of support for victims, saying, quote, your worth is not determined by strangers on the internet. You are enough. But celebrity support only goes so far. The trend persists because it's effective. Creators gain followers, views, and sometimes even brand deals from viral content, even if that content is harmful. Until platforms change their incentive structures, this will continue. Some advocacy groups are pushing for legislation. They want laws requiring social media platforms to remove bullying content within 24 hours of being reported and to ban users who repeatedly violate policies permanently, not just temporarily. California is considering a bill. New York is exploring options, but legislation is slow, and the trend is happening now. So what's the solution? Honestly, there's no single answer. It requires action from platforms, parents, schools, and teens themselves. Platforms need better content moderation and less algorithmic promotion of harmful content. Parents need to monitor what their kids are watching and creating. Schools need to educate about digital citizenship and enforce consequences for online bullying. And teens need to develop empathy and understand that views aren't worth someone's mental health. The flip camera trend will eventually fade like all trends do, but the damage it leaves behind will last. Kids who've been victimized will carry that trauma. Some will develop social anxiety. Some will struggle with self-esteem for years. And in the worst cases, some won't survive. This is the dark side of social media. The side where connection becomes cruelty, where creativity becomes weaponized, where a 30-second video can destroy someone's sense of safety and self-worth. If you're a parent, talk to your kids tonight. If you're a teen watching this and you've participated in this trend, stop, delete the videos, apologize if you can. And if you've been a victim, know that you're not alone and it's not your fault. What do you think? Have you seen the flip camera trend? How should platforms handle this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more coverage of social media trends and their real-world impact. See you in the next one.